after he died, I said, oh God, why didn't you just take me and let him stay? Because he could do so much more as far as organizing our people, moving our people to a certain level. But he left me here to, to grow and learn.
Our steps have purpose. Every light leads the way. Yes, you deserve it. It's divine, I say. Thank God we don't look like what we've been through. Thank God you got me and me got you.
The enemy keeps us ignorant, not haphazardly, but by calculated plans. Go and pick up any textbook that you had as a child. Go now and pick up the textbooks that your children have. You will read in all your textbooks about all the great things the Germans did. The contribution of the French to world humanity. The contribution of the British to world humanity. The contribution of the Italians to world humanity. But Africa, no contributions at all.
There is nothing like when we encounter the reflection of ourselves and our people. Nothing.
I grew up right here in the inner city of Dallas, Texas, in a project area surrounded by my people. But somehow it wasn't until my early 20s that I began to really have pride in being from African descent and being black here in America. When our history was a topic, I often felt ashamed, defeated, confused. That much so that still, until this day when I reflect on my past, I can't help but wonder, what is it about where I grew up that stifled my development? And how much more service could I have been to myself, my community, and my country if I was given this sense of pride earlier on?
Self-hatred is something they need, but knowing who you are is what they don't want you to do. They don't want you to know who you are.
In the U.S. state of Texas, the Board of Education is drafting its own version of American history.
Critics say the board is whitewashing history.
They wanted to gloss over some civil rights leaders or not include them at all.
This is a radical group that wants your kids to learn what they want to tell them and not what actually happened. And that should be of concern to all of us, regardless of party.
And it's also unfortunate, I think, many times in the black community, not really knowing our history. Right. I think that is a problem.
Well, if the schools aren't teaching it, sometimes it's hard to know it.
It's very, very difficult.
Let's try it again.
We at the rate right now where they wiping us out, especially the youth.
We are at an imbalance. And this imbalance is creating chaos and diversion within our own community.
We don't need a lost generation of black folks who don't know who they came from and who those folks were before them.
Pan-African Connection is the glue that is holding so much of us together.
Their goal is for us to be able to do this ourselves, be self-sustainable without having to depend on a system to put it in our hands, you know what I'm saying?
Institutions like this, we create programs where you may not get it in the schools, but you'll come here and get it.
What her and her transition husband did with this store was visionary in so many ways.
He was a groundbreaking man who sacrificed his life ultimately for his belief in Pan-Africanism, his belief that we needed to have a safe place.
Our job is to bring them closer to Mother Africa and closer to humanity, to let them know that they have work to do. We have to organize, or our people, the enemy gonna pick us off one by one and we'll just be spinning our wheels with reform, right?